So Gray Squirrel is very excited too, because Gray Squirrel just loves to be outside. And we are celebrating Earth Day with some stories about planting. Are you ready? Yeah. What book are we going to start with? Planting a Rainbow by Lois Elhart. All right, Gray Squirrel is going to take a seat over here. Planting a Rainbow. Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. Yep, rainbow. In the fall, we buy some bulbs. Orange tiger lily bulb here. Red tulip bulb here. Orange tulip bulb here. A daffodil, hyacinth, a crocus, and a purple bearded iris rhizome. So all the things that they're planting in their garden, all the different colors. We order seeds from catalogs and wait all winter long. Phlox, a morning glory, a zinnia, an aster, a cornflower, a marigold, and a daisy. Look at all these beautiful flowers. For spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. Look, they're starting to grow. Then it's time to go to the garden center to select some seedlings. See, there's a rose, a poppy, a delphinium, violet, pansy, a fern, and a carnation. Lots of different flowers. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in soil. And I'm just checking that we are, yep, we're good. Making sure everybody's in who wants to be. Yeah. See all those plants starting to grow? And watch the rainbow grow. All those beautiful colors. And grow. And grow. It's beautiful colors. We have some red flowers here. That's a tulip, carnations, a rose, and orange flowers, this tulip and this zinnia, tiger lily, and a poppy. And some yellow blooms. A daisy, a marigold, and lots of daffodils. We grow something green. Here's the fern. And some blue flowers here. We've got morning glories, delphinium, hyacinth, and cornflowers. And some purple flowers too. Crocus, phlox, iris, violets, asters, and a pansy. All summer long, we pick them and bring them home. Beautiful bouquet. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year. Rainbow. Look at that. Well, that was a nice story. Maybe some of you plant flowers with your families. Yep. Yes. We are ready to plant our very own flowers. Okay. So some of you have already picked up your bag from the library with all of your plants. But if you don't have it yet, that's okay, because I have plenty more at the library. So next time you're in, you can just pick it up right here at the library and you could do your planting then. It's so easy. But we're gonna do some planting right now. Right? You have some instructions here. These flowers that we're about to plant are very special flowers. Now, we have met a lot of community helpers. We met firefighters, police officers, ambulance workers, and even Mayor Dunn. And every one of these helpers has their own special way of helping out in our Wolcott community. But you know, kids can be helpers too. Once there was a very kind girl named Michaela, and she loved flowers. One of her very favorite flowers was the 4 o'clock. To honor Michaela, helpers carefully harvested seeds from her flowers. Each seed made many more flowers. Every year, Michaela's garden grows as more seeds are planted. So now 4 o'clocks, Michaela's 4 o'clocks, are the official children's state flower of Connecticut. And there's lots of Michaela's gardens all around Connecticut. And we have one right here next to me at the Wolcott Library. These seeds are seeds that came from Michaela's garden. These were donated by the Pettit Family Foundation. So, what I want you guys to help me out with is you can plant these seeds. And even though the little girl in our story was talking about buying seeds from a catalog, these seeds you'll never have to buy. As long as your flowers do well, you won't need to buy any more of these seeds, because each one of these seeds will grow into a flower and you'll be able to take the seeds from that flower. And when you take the seeds, you could take some of them and you could plant them at your house. And you could take others if you have leftovers, and you can bring them back to the library. And those could be given to other people who want to start a Michaela's garden and help spread Michaela's kindness message. So here we go. You got your dirt. You carefully put it in and fill up your container here. You should have a little bit of extra dirt when you're done. See? See, we've got dirt in the pot. All right. See my dirt? All right. I'm just waiting for everyone to catch up. You guys all got your dirt? All right. And now you should all have a little packet inside your box. Everyone hold up your packet. Or inside your bag, I'm sorry. Right? So I'm gonna open it very carefully because there's seeds in here. Now, because it's earth dye, I made these tiny envelopes, and you know what I made them out of? If you look, you'll see these are old summer breeding bingo sheets that I have. So I used old paper that I can't really use for anything instead of brand new paper to make these envelopes for you, because it's good to recycle. And if you look, did you guys see the bag you have? This bag is recycled too. My husband brought that home from work. They were just gonna get thrown out. So I said, let's use those at the library. So sometimes it's fun to think of creative things to do with things that you might otherwise have thrown out. Okay, so now we've got this. I'm gonna poke a hole in this. And if you guys are watching from home, if you wanna do this later, you could actually soak your seeds beforehand, and that makes them go up a little faster. But these will still sprout, we just have to be patient. All right, so just take your finger and you poke 2 holes in the dirt like this. Can you guys do that? Poke holes. Just putting it in. And I'm just gonna put 1, 2. Some of you might have 3 seeds. Some of you might have lost a seed. However many seeds, that's how many holes you should have in your dirt. So there we go. So I planted them. There we go. And what do plants need? Does anybody know what plants need? They need water and they need sun. So you've got lots of sun. I have a spray bottle. So I'm going to use my spray bottle here, but you don't need to water with a spray bottle. I'm going to get the dirt nice and damp. So that the seeds could be watered. There we go. And now I'm just going to put it out in the sunshine. And I'm going to see if it could grow. And I bet you it will. All right. Let's see. I'd like to read one more story for those of you who would like to stick around. I've got here is a story about a little girl with a garden. And it is called My Garden by Kevin Henkes. My garden. for Alice. See, this is the dedication page. Sometimes the author dedicates a book to someone they love. My mother has a garden. I'm her helper. I water, I weed, and I chase away the rabbits so that they don't eat the lettuce. It's hard work, and my mother's garden is very nice. But if I had a garden, this is what her garden would be like. There would be no weeds, and the flowers would keep blooming and blooming and never die. In my garden, the flowers could change color just by my thinking about it. Pink, blue, green, purple, even patterns. And if you picked a flower, another one would grow right back in its place. In my garden, the rabbits wouldn't eat the lettuce because the rabbits would be chocolate and I'd eat them. If I planted seashells, I'd grow seashells. If I planted jelly beans, I'd grow great big jelly bean bushes. Sometimes in my garden, good, unusual things would just pop up. Buttons and umbrellas and rusty old keys. In my garden, there would be birds and butterflies by the hundreds so that the air was humming with wings. The tomatoes would be as big as beach balls. And the carrots would be invisible because I don't like carrots. At night, the morning glories would stay open, shining like stars. And the strawberries would glow like lanterns. That sounds like a really exciting garden she's got. It's night now. Only the fireflies in the porch light are glowing. Before bed, I take one seashell from my shelf in my room and I go to the garden. I poke the seashell into the ground. Who knows what might happen? I cover it up with dirt. And I pat down the dirt with my foot. You guys could do that. What are you doing? Asks my mother. Oh, nothing, I say. Just working in the garden. What's happening to that seashell? Do you see what's growing down there? Yes, that seashell is growing roots. I wonder what will grow. That little girl has a good imagination, doesn't she? Right. So I hope you guys enjoyed our planting activity. Gray squirrel did. And maybe you guys, maybe your plants will grow really good. When they do, you can send me some pictures and tell me about it when you come in the library.